Alright guys, we back. I lowered that bit rate just a bit. Hopefully that does something, or it is at least bearable to get through until the stream ends and I can figure out what in the darn tootin's happening with my router modem. Gonna have to do the old vintage dashing room switcheroo. But the action continues, guys, for Genesis number 150. As Kevin Silva is in action, free and on his own after leaving Pat LaFave's side. After Pat, once upon a time, called Kevin Silva the son he wished he had. As they slight towards Tim, but, well, Silva's a smart man. He saw the regime as a sinking ship and get off as soon as possible, and now finds himself on the precipice of possibly becoming the new light heavyweight champion. One of the 5 men competing in that ladder match. Again, if you didn't hear earlier, Flatter's forced to relinquish the light heavyweight championship after suffering a concussion in his tag match last week, actually against Kevin Silva. The lovely tonight, Silva's got no easy task when taking on CMV legend Mike Miles, a former international champion in his own right who hasn't competed on an episode of Genesis in years. He returned during the Tag Team Cup in Japan, was a part of a big 8-man tag match, which he was on the winning team. But this is Double M's first singles match in quite a while. We'll see how he fares against the up-and-coming Portuguese god of wrestling. Kevin Silva will be joined by Azriel El Tejera, No Fun Martini, and as we learned at the top of the show, the returning Jaquan Shea in the ladder match this Sunday. Kevin Silva, a dangerous wrestler and submission expert. Vintage dashing. This sure has it all. Lag, vintage dashing, batteries dying. The batteries aren't dead, though. They just acted out. I got that rechargeable pack now. I've joined the new era. But there he is. The madman himself. Mike Miles out here to try and take Kevin Silva 10 miles out. Will Mike Miles be used as fodder in the campaign of Kevin Silva tonight? Or will there be a glorious return for the CMV veteran? The cheeky Minx Saria, always at play ringside. Make sure you keep an eye on her at all times. Ooh, the surprise butt sex. I haven't had one of those in a long time, since the Marco Punish days. Survives it though to Silva, gets back to his feet. European uppercut into a snap vertical suplex attempted. Knee to the top of the head though, instead swoops behind, wrestling takedown, and the madman looking like there is no ring rust on him. Full mount, getting off some punches. Don't know if he's getting all of them. Kevin Silva seems to be doing a fair enough job of protecting the moneymaker. Or maybe not that time though. Stomp onto the elbow. Mike Miles at this point having his way with the Portuguese god of wrestling. Just as I say that, reverse into the DDT. Knee drop to the chest, and Kevin Silva just looks at Mike Miles almost in disgust, as if Double M is not on his level. Silva seems to be almost aggravated he's been giving Mike Miles as an opponent tonight. Feels disrespected. Up over the shoulders, Mike Miles quickly drops out of that though into a Russian leg sweep. Hell of a reversal. Right into the lateral press. First pinfall attempt of the match, gets only a stomp to the back of the head. Not done though, follows it up. Ooh! Boardbuster GTS. Nothing like a knee straight to the face. Short arm shoulder block by Kevin Silva, stomp to the knee. Both these guys jockeying for control. Going after the leg, Mike Miles, oof. And the human body not meant to bend in a way like that. You see how Miles is working so many different parts, the knee, the ankle, and the foot. Heavy Irish whip, okay, wants to take this fight ringside. They have 20 seconds now. And a little bit of a taunt. As cheeky as ever is Mike Miles. Oh, look at this, punch it. Wound that one up, gonna be a slobber knocker. Silva wanted nothing to do with it. Scoop slap on the outside, that'll hurt big time. Silva into the ring at the count of 3. Mike Miles is hot on his tail. Just thrown. I mean, there was no doubt Mike Miles walked into this contest having the strength advantage. The hell is this? Snake Eyes on the ropes. Man, I'm going to mark hard if we get a 10 miles out, baby. Some more mounted punches, but again, Kevin Silva, his wrestling to play as he's able to defend himself very well. Headlock driver. Mike Miles is pulling out the big guns. Doesn't want to be embarrassed in his return. Silva can't seem to handle the brute force of the madman. Knife edge chop. Silva says, get that shit out of here. Irish whip into the corner. Elbow to the face, though. Now going for the arm. Back and forth, tit for tat. Look at that, I told you. Soria throwing in a steel chair. Oh! Driver, guys. And that is karma. 1, 2. How in the hell does Kevin Silva kick out of that? He just got his head smashed down onto a steel chair and kicked out. That's impressive. And I bet Soria right now, she's worried about getting a mouthful from Kevin Silva when they get to the back. Running sit-out powerbomb. Kevin Silva, maybe it's a chair shot, because there is nobody home right now, and Mike Miles looking to finish things off as we go 10 miles out. Referee James gets rid of the steel chair as there's the pin. 1, but Soria, come on. What very clearly would have been a 3 count. Now we'll never know. Soria again getting involved, and this allows Kevin Silva to take control with the couch. Soria has his eyes on forcing Mike Miles to tap with the Olympic stretch. No escape for the madman, and there it is. The Portuguese god of wrestling claims yet another victim thanks to Soria. Hell of a match tainted by the antics of the Minx at ringside. Look at that. Headlock driver out of the chair. Mike Miles had this match won, guys, after hitting 10 miles out. He should be standing in that ring right now with his arm raised, but instead, Kevin Silva dug into his dirty bag of tricks. Tried to do earlier tonight. I will say, Soria got some serious strength to pull out referee James, who's probably got like 50 pounds on her, by the leg. Nevertheless, but Kevin Silva is ready to become light heavyweight champion this Sunday. Will he be the one to scale the ladder? Championship. His 4 opponents Azriel, El Tejera, No Juan Martino, or Jaquan Shea. Look how proud these two are of themselves. Despicable. Up next, guys, in our tertiary main event, it is a tune-up for George King. Actually, his first singles match since coming to this side of CMV, with the doors of Unmatched closing permanently. He takes on Angelo Babos in preparation for his Goes War against Josh Wolf this Sunday at Exodus, and that's what I know it is going to be, a war, especially with there being no rules. George King backed up, as always, by the Kingdom, Joe Dirt, and Max Ryder, but Babos not coming alone either. Wolf going to be tagging along to make sure there are no shenanigans. The King and the Outlaw go one-on-one. Quite a long loading screen here. Jeez Louise. There we go. George King making it his peasant's wait for his arrival. Now, George King, since coming to Genesis, has had one mission, with the Kingdom and the remnants of Unmatched backing him to destroy the regime and the rebellion and take his rightful place on the throne. And King has got his eyes on that crown jewel, the Alpha World Championship. A win over Josh Wolf this Sunday. Hell of a launching pad. Can't afford to look past Babos here in this one, however. The Outlaw has pulled off those colossal upsets before. And then on another hand, he's lost to people you would never expect him to. Babos been on a very up and down roller coaster ride since this season started, trying so desperately to firmly plant his feet into the ground here, the Genesis landscape, but obstacle after obstacle keeps getting in his way. The insurance policies, Max Ryder, Joe Dirt going to be at ringside here. Babos does not come alone. One half of the World Tag Team Champs, Josh Wolf, watching his six, simultaneously scouting King. Trying to get into his head, play some last-second mind games, if you will. Face mask party here. Angelo Babos is one of those guys that I can see, if he can get his act together, if he can figure out where he fits as a cog into the CMV machine, being a champion, headlining pay-per-views, the kind of talent that this kid brings. It's just a matter of racking up. That's a hell of a beginning. So here we go, George King with the kingdom at his back. Wolf in his corner. So this Sunday at Exodus, George King and Josh Wolf will go one-on-one. Anything goes. Angelo Babos starting strong. Full Nelson turned into a reverse DDT. And now Babos goes right into what he loves doing, just picking apart his prey limb by limb. More joint manipulation. This is the tertiary main event. So far we had top of the show, Mike Kirsch, low blow, no fun Martini. So Martini got the win via DQ. Jaquan Shea showed up, and he was announced as the 5th man in the light heavyweight championship ladder match this Sunday. Then we had Tim LaFave defeat Braxton Sutter. Tops Newsom and Reese Ortiz beat the Police Squad. And we just saw Kevin Silva knock off Mike Miles. Still to come in our main event, guys, Brett Angel taking on Matt Devious and Bob Luger in a handicap match as George King tries to get an early edge over Babos, who so far has just been laying into him. Reverse DDT there. The man bun is intact. Short arm clothesline. Kick to the shoulder. Jeez. George King, not just against Babos here, against every single one of his opponents, does not care about injures anybody he's in the ring with. It's only about getting the win. Former unmatched European champion, longest reigning European champion of all time over on Unmatched. Or actually, I think he's second to Brian Novak. Brian Novak held that title for 10 months. I think George King was nipping at his heels. Also a former internet champion. Ooh, tries for a dropkick in the corner. And if you ask me, George King would have been a future Unmatched world champion if the show had not ended abruptly. But now he looks to carve out the rest of his career here on Genesis. Snap vertical suplex to Baba. Oh, Michinoku driver. Josh Wolf not enjoying what he's seeing right now as George King locks in the body scissors. Just using those massive legs of his to squeeze. Make it hard for Babos to breathe. And then just lets go. The damage is done. Max Ryder over there working on his cardio as he just walks out of the apron. Match started about 5 minutes ago, Mark, so you have not missed much. But currently George King is in the driver's seat, and I don't think he's going to try to relinquish it anytime soon. Rolling neck snap, stomp under the knee, and now a snap. Leg. Lateral press. One. I mean, King, I think deliberately is attempting to hurt Babos in order to send a message to Wolf, who's watching eagerly from ringside. Ooh, Babos dead weight. Sandbagging King's maybe attempted royal flush. Babos not happy about that. Reverses over an impaler DDT. Not finished. Oh, going for death row, baby. King breaks the full Nelson. What power. Hip toss takes him down. King takes a deep breath. Trashing off the canvas, and there it is. George King victorious. Just when you thought Babos had it, he was going for death row. King turns it around, shattering the spine of the out. What he does to Josh Wolf in just 2 nights' time. Look at that. Bam! And as we see the replays, guys, a tweet from Bob Luger. He says, Brett is going to pay a hefty bill for breaking my statue. That's after he pays in the ring tonight. Josh Wolf checking on Angelo Babos as George King celebrates his first win on Genesis and maybe his second, not too far behind. And before we get to our main event handicap match that'll see Brett Angel taking on Matt Devious and Bob Luger, our co-main event sees tag team action coming our way. The team Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine taking on Vintage Joey Bacon and Mr. Money in the Bank. As this an open weight championship qualifier. Last week we had Brown advance, defeating Rob Cross, and now this Sunday at Exodus, the triple threat round, and the winning team of this match will take place. The winner of that solidifying their spot representing Genesis at Validation against whomever will come out of Fusion as their representative to crown the inaugural open weight champion. So both these teams knowing they have that idea in the back of their minds that if they win this match, they're going to have to fight their own partner. And maybe that won't be so big of a deal for Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine, who are kind of more than a solid tag team, you know, on again, off again. But for Vintage, the best friends, they've been together for, you know, near 2 years now. El Jefe already has that Money in the Bank contract that guarantees him a shot at the World Championship anytime, anywhere. He wants to also be the first ever openweight champion. The Dream Team of Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine reunited during the Tag Team Cup in Tokyo, Japan last month. The former undisputed champion Matthews there on the left, and the Dream Sam Valentine with his little Hollywood, I don't know what it's called, the thing you used to say cut on set. Days. Former #1 contenders to the World Tag Team titles, as are their opponents in Vintage here tonight. Valentine also a former Can Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine get the better of Vintage, the 500-pound Joey Bacon, and of course, Miss Money El Jefe? Again, the winning team. This will join Anthony Brown in a triple threat this Sunday at Exodus. Open weight championship qualifier. Now, it's been some in tag team action. Striking out on his own. Always good to see them side by side. Reese Matthews going to start things off against Joey Bacon. These two have some history, actually, the Royal Rumbles. Section by Reese Matthews, tries for a jumping cutter. That's not going to be so easy, and Bacon just mows him down. Oh, and no time like the present. Why try to soften up your opponent? Bacon splash. 500 pounds onto the sternum. Also standing at 7 feet tall. Man, Reese just taking that with a pinch of salt. Joey Bacon off as if Reese Matthews is an annoying gnat. mosquito buzzing around. Just miffed, a bit annoyed. Elbow to the gut. And again, third time sets Bacon free, up into the air, military press. That's not enough, America. Look at this. That's some strength. Reese Matthews is not a small guy. Unrivaled power from Big Ham, who now makes the tag to a very different looking El Jefe. But I gotta say, I love this. There's the pop, lock, and drop. Never afraid to have some fun during his matches. Ooh, headbutt. Backs Reese up, catches the kick to the midsection though. Elbow to the knee. Look at that El Jefe go. You blink and you miss it. Well, that Enziguri got missed. Tag to Sam Valentine now. Two former light heavyweight champions going head to head. Snapmare rolling neck snap. The Dream's still a bit sour since losing his light heavyweight championship. Would love nothing more than to try and become the inaugural openweight champion. El Jefe going to take Sam Valentine all the way across the ring towards his corner. Great tag team. Clothesline right there. Tactic is to cut off your opponent from making a tag to their partner. Keep them isolated. That didn't last very long, I should say. Clothesline in the corner. El Jefe getting squashed like a bug. Look at this neck crank. Anthony Brown, I'm sure, watching this one closely from the back. He defeated Rob Cross last week in order to advance to the triple threat this Sunday at Exodus. Back to the neck crank, though, Sam. Sam Valentine has had the longest tenure in CMV of these four. Nearly 4 years as he gets the tag to Reese Matthews. Back in comes the former undisputed champion. Ooh, kick to the knee. Irish whip. Into the quarter of vintage. El Jefe, I think, is wanting to make a tag to Big Ham. Ooh, wow. Reese Matthews and Bacon with that. Forearm smash. Connect with the top turnbuckle. That's got to hurt. Stop to the quad. Irish whip. Rebounds. Reese is waiting for him. Tries to go low. El Jefe ready for it. Clobbering blow to the upper back. Just trying to tear that shoulder. Oh my God, right out of the socket of the total package. El Jefe. Not so lucky in that collar and elbow tie-up. And Reese strutting his stuff. Ooh, what a pose. And now Matthews hoping to break the arm of El Jefe in half as he just snaps it right over the knee. And that's when you know Matthews does not care about whether or not he has to hurt El Jefe to get the win. Tag to Sam Valentine. Here comes the Dream Team working like a well-oiled machine. Body splash into the side effect. Interesting tandem offense. One, but Big Ham is there to save the day. Both members of Dream Team trying to take out Bacon, who retreats to the end. He uses them wisely. Punch to the chest from the Dream. Enzu Lariat. El Jefe starts to try and crawls over to the corner, make a tag to Joey Bacon, a tag out of desperation. Now, we talked about the power of Joey Bacon. Even though El Jefe is a considerably smaller man than Reese Matthews, that is still impressive. Military press-ups. Uh-oh. Butterfly suplex, brace to try and pin. One. Joey Bacon burns that bridge down. Reese Matthews tries to cut him off. Ooh. I think that ended up being worse for Reese. As Bacon just looking fine and dandy. Uh-oh, guys. Sam Valentine, when he puts an opponent in the corner, you know what he's going for. But El Jefe's the sunset flip powerbomb. And now the human fish, the Arriba man, Mr. Money in the Bank. He's just taking a deep breath, pacing himself as they get into the later part of this match, knowing what's on the line. Sam Valentine, what's he doing here? Whoa, woo! Into a figure four. Wants to make El Jefe tap. Very rarely see figure fours here in CMV. El Jefe reversing the momentum though. Now the pressure is on Valentine's knees. He gets out of it. Both guys on spaghetti legs. Back to the corner. Wants another Enzu lariat. El Jefe denies that clothesline though. Joey Bacon extends his hand, allowing for a tag, but Valentine instead. There was some muscles just gleaming in the light here. Dropped face first. Now a reverse chin lock. This is a strategy I did not expect from Sam Valentine. You'd think he'd try to go for the pin. Keeping El Jefe grounded is, I think, rule number one when you're against him. Otherwise, he's going to be flipping off every single surface he can. Oh, is El Jefe going for what I think he's going for? Nope. Is Valentine going for what I think he's going for? Yes. Valentine stomping a mud hole in El Jefe, putting him in the position as he looks to go coast to coast and shatter the rings of El Jefe. Double boots nearly going through the chest of El Jefe. Into the pin. Will that be enough to do it? One. No, man. Bacon on his game with these pin breakups. Continuing to evade Reese Matthews and Sam Valentine too. The Dream Team can't put down Jefe until they put down Bacon. Maybe going for another Dream Shatterer. Jefe says, "One is enough, thank you very much." Grabbing Valentine. Ooh! Open palm straight to the chest. Off the top rope. Bit of a twirl. And taking him down flush with that arm drag. Oh, we got to get a bit of teamwork from Vintage. Nope. Sam soils the day. Overhand. Irish whip out of the corner. Back over towards Reese. And here we go. One ain't enough. Valentine needs two. As he puts his body on the line a second time. Across the ring, man. I think that might have caught El Jefe in the face. This is going to be tougher for Bacon to break up. It is all the way in the opposite corner. Valentine hardly has anything left as he just floats into the cover. No, Bacon's still breaking it up. My God. The MVP of this match. And here we go. Now Bacon's cleaning house. Oh, no. Oh, well, never seen something like that before. Reese Matthews just falling on top of Sam. Sam Valentine continuing to dominate El Jefe. The human fish has got to figure out a way to turn the tide. Something like that. Salida del Sol. And now he makes the very wise choice, taking the opening to tag in Joey Bacon, the 500-pound mastodon. Scoop slam. Sam says, not about that life. Clothesline out of the ring. Having a trip to the next fall. Glorious. Now gonna go join Bacon ringside. Stand on top of him. Reese Matthews is still down. Oh! Sam Valentine just got launched right into the ring apron. There's Reese gonna try to maybe come over and help out his partner. Bad part of town for Big Ham. Blessed for the pennies, Ogon. Count of 5. And oh, we're going up the ramp now. Have until the count of 20 to get back in the ring. As Sam Valentine pulls off a short arm clothesline. Count of 8. Bacon goes for a big boot. Sam Valentine just nearly escaped with his life. Ooh, cheeky is Bacon with that also hit that little lure-in jab. Clutching the temple, Sam Valentine just went night-night, and now grabbed by the ankle, just thrown onto the steel of the ramp. Bacon gives no hex. 500-pound elbow drop, and at the count of 15, Bacon goes back into the ring, gonna try to get that vintage Topher Claw count out. Our first 20-count victory, baby. Oh, my bad, it's at 14. Guys, and I'm pretty sure Sam is out like a light. Oh, he's starting to stir. 16, he's only got a few seconds to get back into the ring. Can he do it?
17.
Bacon continuing to mock him from the tables. Yes, Sam's gonna do it. 18. Pissed off. Elbow to the side of the head. Clothesline. Oh, that did not go his way. Into a Uranagi. And Bacon trying to break the back of Sam Valentine, making the handbell in this Dragon Sleeper. Valentine finds a way out of it. I do not envy any man who is trapped under the pits of Joey Bacon. Tagwell Hefe, what is this for? Wait a minute. Oh my God, this is a combined like 650 pounds. Oh Lord. Leg drop, body splash combo, rip in peace, Sam Valentine, but Matthews gets the save. Was that wise though? I think Sam might have 20 plus broken bones right now. That is some fortitude to still be standing. Uh-oh, look at this, Reese Matthews. And Sam Valentine having just throws him right back out of the ring. Okay. Thought they were going to try a bit of a double team. Oh, Sam, maybe going for the test drive. Haven't seen him hit that in a while. No, kick to the chest. Oh, yeah, pump handle, set up, test drive. That was a very complicated setup. Oh my God, Joey Bacon gonna make the save. Dude, is this match gonna go on forever is the question now. Oh, set up. Test drive. Gotta do something about Joey Bacon though. He's just gonna get in and make the save. He's too quick. 1, 2, 3. The Dream Team do it, guys. Sam Valentine and Reese Matthews. It'll be Reese versus Sam versus Anthony Brown, the winner, to represent Genesis at Nation against Fusion's superstar to crown the inaugural Openweight champ. Man, what a tag team battle this was, though. 2 test drives in a row. And that's after Sam survived that freaking leg drop big splash from Vintage. Impressive victory. And now it is main event time, guys. Originally, this was supposed to be from Mediary Dave Turner, a tag team match. Bob Luger and Matt Devious taking on Xander Slate and Brett Angel after what happened at the top of the show. The first ever episode of the Luger Lounge, Bob Luger's brand new talk show, where his first guest was supposed to be Xander Slate, but instead, international champion Brett Angel would come out, and man, did they get personal. Luger and Angel just trading shots for a good 10 minutes plus. That was until a brawl ensued. Devious would come out, and he and Luger beating down Brett Angel until the unlikely savior in Xander Slate came to clean house. But, well, we all know the history between Xander Slate and Brett Angel. Brett thanked him by throwing him into Bob Luger's golden statue, saying, "I don't need a partner. I'd rather be by myself." And Dave Turner said, "You want it? You got it then." Brett Angel versus Matt Devious and Bob Luger, handicap style. Will the international champion live to regret this, knowing that in just 2 times at Exodus, he defends his international championship against Matt Devious. Matt Devious, who already won a victory over Brett Angel. Meanwhile, slated to slate what kind of issue? No work date. We'll just have to wait and see. Brett Angel's been outnumbered in the past. And he has risen above the odds, but can he do it against the likes of Devious and Luger? Honestly, I'm not sure. It'll be Brett Angel's second defense of the international title against Devious. And as I touched on, Devious has beaten Brett Angel one-on-one. It was last month. They were set to go toe-to-toe, and well, Devious attacked Angel before the bell rang, gave himself an advantage, and then beat Brett Angel in only a couple of minutes after the tear that Angel has been on all season, putting on 5-star classics and, well, defeating pretty much everybody who's put in front of him. That was a shocker. Can Devious do it again, though? Exodus. The Outcast with his first title in over 2 years around his waist. You know, Bob Luger said during their confrontation that if Devious can't take the title from Angel, then he would be more than happy to do so. When you're a champion, that's what it's all about. You've got a target painted on your back, and you have to be ready to accept any and all challenges. And Angel, not one to back down. Take tonight as a perfect example of that. We say that Brett Angel has been in his best condition probably in years and years. I would say the very same thing about one of his opponents in Matt Devious, though. Devious, since coming to Genesis, has beaten Paul Devine, beat Angel again, as we said. He has been ripping people apart. And he is hungry to do it to Angel once more. Brett Angel takes such pride in holding that international championship as a former multi-time unmatched world champion, a plethora of other accolades. To hold that title is so important to him. And as always, emerging from the depths of the back, the dastardly, the villainous hero killer, Matt Devious. Shrouded in darkness, this man is a killer. A former Money in the Bank winner, a former light heavyweight champion. And he is salivating at the mouth to be known as international champion. I know Brett Angel and Xander Slate have a storied past, and they are the furthest thing from friends, but allowed his emotions to get in the way of his better judgment, because Luger and Devious side by side, that's a team I don't think I would even want to face if I had like 5 guys with me. It was 5v2. And last but certainly not least, the work ethic titan, the legend, he made me say that, former 2-time Alpha World Champion, Bob Luger. Came back to Genesis as the contingency plan for Pat LaFave and the regime, but immediately, as many would have expected, started butting heads with Xander Slate. Now it's gotten physical. Pat LaFave said, you guys need to hash out your problems. Do it at Exodus. Finish it. Get over it. I need you two in your right mind. You know, Pat's starting to freak out. Everybody's leaving him. The ship, I should say, is sinking. And if you're a person that knows Bob Luger and what he's like, you know full well that he is not just here to help out Pat LaFave because he's a kind and generous individual. Luger's got an ulterior motive. As I'm sure does Xander Slate. That's why I say Braxton Sutter is like really the only person that Pat has left truly watching his back. And he can't even do that this side the Hell in a Cell. But I am excited to see Bob Luger and Xander Slate go one-on-one. I can't lie. First time ever, in fact, they're going to go one-on-one. But for now, it is Brett Angel who's all by himself against Devious and Luger, who can tag in and out at will. Brett Angel's got nobody to fall back on. Mentioned before, Brett Angel's been against the odds before, and he has emerged victorious right out of the gate. A elevator ride for the Hero Killer. Not playing around. Oh, missed that grapple. Both men about missed that punch. Scoop slam, shades of Hall of Famer Paul Anderson, as now he follows it up with the corkscrew elbow drop. Brett Angel dons the war paint from his native Africa. Feels as though it gives him the power to overcome any sort of... And that's certainly what he is facing here. Brett Angel does not want to allow Matt Devious to get any more momentum than he already has heading into Exodus and their one-on-one title match in just 2 days. Dragging Brett Angel closer to the corner as he wants to make a tag to Luger. There it is. Ooh, catches the punch, hook to the jaw. I think I saw one of those pearly whites go flying in the cheap seats. And believe it or not, this is the first time since early not even last year, over a year ago, in fact, year and a half. A triple threat match that Brett Angel likes to bring up regularly that he won over Caden Kenner and Bob Luger. Irish whip, Angel off the ropes. Goes for that wheel kick. I guess he kind of connected. He definitely didn't get all of it there. Drags him away from the ropes by the arm. Props the shoulder up, exposing the biceps. Irish whipper to the corner. The work ethic titan. Oh, goodbye Devious. And for now, it is one-on-one. Big boot, sidestepped. Not going to escape this small, wow, and that is insult to injury. Using Brett Angel's own patented maneuver against him, the Darkest Night, that small package driver. And immediately after that, a swinging neckbreaker that only gets a 1 count. Exchanging heavy blows now. Bob Luger float over neckbreaker to his head. Now extends the arm knee drop to the wrist. Bob Luger enjoys just slowly, methodically picking his opponents apart in the Coney Island Cyclone. Will that do it? Will this be the fate of Xander Slate at Exodus? No, only a 1 count. But there's no time like the present. Does not beat around the bush. He knows better than that against someone the stature. Ooh, a Brett Angel Luger landing right on the money. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. That's the heart and soul of the champion. He ain't going down without a fight. Now Bob Luger to let Matt Devious get some pick on the scraps. Brett Angel, he's got to keep Luger in the mix. He can't let Luger and Devious continue to tag in and out again and again. Wait, Brett Angel, Darkest Night, Darkest Night. Luger didn't see it coming out of the corner, and then, oh, just a 2 count. Brett doesn't let that deter him though. His spirit's still high. Oh, just gonna turn the... Oh, hello. Hello, 2K. How are you? Bye. There you go. The chest over and over again. Clothesline. Clothesline again. Off the ropes. Calf kick from the Outcast. Bob Luger needs to make that tag to Devious. He knows it. DDT. Just about to flatline Angel, but single knee gutbuster after the go behind. Off the ropes. Oh, shuck it, duck, whack. Looked over at Devious like, That was a pretty dope leg drop, Angel, I will say. Watch out, referee James. Angel putting Luger in the corner. Maybe wants to drown the Orchids. Getting a good look at that ass in them tights, boy. Uh-oh, Angel busted open. And that's going to immediately be a target for Devious this Sunday at Exodus, you already know. Devious taking a mental note as Angel gets taken to Suplex City by the work ethic Titan. And Angel says, I'm the man. I'm the legend. As he goes for the lateral press. 1, 2, only a 1 count. There's that tag to Devious, who's nice and fresh. The hero killer calls himself that for a reason. He takes pleasure in destroying the favorites of the CMV universe, the heroes. Remember that broken knee that Matt Devious suffered at the end of last season? He just rammed it right into the turnbuckle. Tag back to Luger. And now we're going to get some tandem offense. Single knee gutbuster. Luger off the ropes. Punt kick to the international champion. Just might have him on Dream Street. And Luger going to go for the oh, I thought he was going to try for the dirty pin. That looked like what he was setting up for. Swerve last second. Frequent tags now. Brett Angel bleeding profusely from that cut on his forehead as Devious looks to crack the skull wide open. 1, 2, 3. Matt Devious again pins Brett Angel. Will the third time be the charm this Sunday at Exodus? Will Matt Devious become the new international champion from this main event match? Brett Angel backed himself into a corner. Bob Luger capitalized. Hell of an effort from the Outcast. But in the end, it is just not enough to quell the numbers game. Matt Devious and Bob Luger making a hell of a team. Of course, they were only fighting one man, but this Sunday at Exodus, Matt Devious versus Brett Angel for the international title. Bob Luger versus Xander Slate for the first time ever. Hell of a show, guys. Thank you, as always, for tuning in and watching along with me. If you are not already, make sure you drop a follow so that you get those notifications when I go live. All of our social media can be accessed through the chat, ! Twitter, ! Discord, ! Join. We'll give you a link to our website, communityuniverse.4motion.com. And I certainly hope you are all there to see Exodus this Sunday. Enjoy your weekend on the flip side.